in Jamia Milia Islamia. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
He is a student in Jamia Milia Islamia, and a very beautiful work he is going to present today. The name is Just Give Me a Voice. Yes, so I would like to invite Mr. Premnath Yadav.
Hello. I'm audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, hello, you are audible.
Okay. This poem is dedicated to my diabetic Fariha. Just give me a voice. Okay. Whenever you feel like crying, just give me a voice. Whenever you find your heart straining, just give me a voice. Whenever you feel compelled to, just give me a voice. Whenever no one calls you, just give me a voice. Whenever no one wipes off your tears and stops you from laughing, just give me a voice. Whenever someone hurts you, just give me a voice. Whenever no one listens to your voice, just give me a voice. Whenever I'll respond to your voice with all my heart, just give me a voice. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful presentation.
Very beautiful.
Prem. All right. So Mean, just move forward and just announce the next name.
Sure. The next name is Mr. Muhammad Mustafa Siddiqui, who is related to an institution, RGPV. He is currently doing a job, and today he is going to present a shairi in Urdu language. So please, Mr. Muhammad Mustafa Siddiqui. Hello, Mr. Muhammad Mustafa Siddiqui. Are we audible to you?
Is it there?
Let me check. Is he here or not? Mr. Muhammad Mustafa Siddiqui. No, I think today we don't have him. So shall we go further?
And I mean, just do one thing. Just send. Can you send the list of the participants in the chat box once?
Sure, sir. Sure. Just allow me for a minute. I am sharing in a while.
All right. So meanwhile, we can see some presenters right there on the screen. So we can go on with Ms. Padma Shahar now. Is she there? I can't see her. All right. So like time is very precious and it's a very short session. I can
Sir,
see.
how may I share the list in the chat?
I'm sorry, Ami, you're saying something?
Sir, how may I share the list in the chat? Or I have WhatsApp you.
Okay, you're on the WhatsApp. Take a screenshot or what will you do? Okay, leave it. We'll just go accordingly. So I can see on the screen Miss Amina Hussein. Is she a presenter? Is she there in the list?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes, can you hear me?
Hello, ma'am.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's audible. It's audible.
Yes.
So are you okay?
Miss Amina Hussain, ma'am, is related to the institution Khwaja Muinuddin Chishti Language University, and she is an assistant professor. And a very beautiful work and introduction she is going to present with us in English language. Please proceed, ma'am.
Yes, so you have already introduced me. And you know, interestingly, the poem that I'm going to recite is also called an introduction, which actually I'm going to recite Kamla Das, as you pointed out, and Kamla Das needs no introduction actually. So just a little thing that I want to tell you before I know it's very informal and we have lots of people lined up. So just want to tell you that this is one of the poem that we have actually prescribed in the university. So and the reason why we have prescribed is what I'm going to relate while reciting it for you for our BA undergraduate program, in English honors. So here I go. It's very colloquial and it is very raw and it doesn't follow any structure. So it is that unstructured absolute force and power with which Kamla Das we know is a name to be reckoned with. In fact, she is one of the formidable figure of the Indian feminist movement. So I begin now. I don't know politics, but I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of week, names of months, beginning with Nehru. I'm Indian, very brown, born in Malabar. I speak 3 languages, write in 2 and dream in 1. Don't write in English, they said. English is not your mother tongue. Why not leave me alone, critics, friends, visiting cousins, every one of you? Why not let me speak in any language I like? The language I speak becomes mine. Its distortion, its squareness, all mine, mine alone. It's half English, half Indian, funny perhaps, but it is honest. It is as human as I am human. Don't you see? Its voices my joys, my longing, my hopes. It is useful to me as cawing is to the crows or roaring to the lions. It is a human speech, the speech of the mind that is here, not there. A mind that sees and hears and is aware, not the deaf, blind speech of trees and storms or of monsoon clouds or of rain on the incoherent muttering of the blazing funeral pyre. I was child. Later, they told me I grew, for I became tall, my limbs swelled, and one or two places sprouted hair. When I asked for love, not knowing what else to speak for, he drew a youth of 16 into the bedroom and closed the door. He did not beat me, but my sad woman body felt so beaten. The weight of my breast and womb crushed me. I shrank pitifully. Then I wore a shirt and my brother's trousers, cut my hair short, and ignored my womanliness. Dressed in saris, be a girl, be wife, they said. Be embroidered, be cook, be a quarreler with servants. Fit in, oh belong, cried the categorizers. Don't sit on walls or peep in through our lace draped windows. Be Amy, or be Kamala, or better still be Madhavakutti. It is time to choose a name, a role. Don't play pretending games. Don't play at schizophrenia. Be a nympho. Don't cry embarrassingly loud when jilted in love. I met a man, loved him, called him not by any name. He's every man who wants a woman, just as I am, very woman who seeks love. In him, the hungry haste of rivers, in me, the ocean's tireless waiting. Who are you? I ask each and every one. The answer is, it is I, anywhere and everywhere. I see the one who calls himself I. In this world, he's tightly packed like a sword in its sheath. It is I who drink lonely drinks at 12 midnight. In hotels of strange towns, it is I who laugh. It is I who make love and then feel shame. It is I who lie dying with a rattle in my throat. I'm sinner, I'm saint. I'm the beloved and the betrayed. I have no joys that are not yours, no aches which are not yours. I too call myself I. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Great.
very wonderful, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So may I call the next one, sir?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So now The next name we have is Mr. Muhammad Jamil Ahmad, who is in front of us from very beginning, who is hosting this program. And I know him from Umran. I really like to introduce him. Uh, Apart from Rajiv sir, he is the only person who guided me and who made me learn a lot of new things uh, related to Imran, not only related to Imran, but also related to the technicalities, each and everything which we use regularly. So Mr. Mohammad Jamil Ahmad recently now working in Oman, and he's an academic coordinator. Today he's going to present a very beautiful work in English language, that is Prison of Time. So please go ahead, sir.
All right. So, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, I was just going through my inventory of works, and I was confused which one to present today. So, like, we are living in a time where we are getting back to our normal life uh, after having stuck very heavily by the COVID. So, I just thought uh, that I should just take you back to the time when we were just hit by this COVID and how things all of a sudden change. So this poem I wrote in 2020, and the title of the poem is "In the Prison of Time." So the poem begins: life once passing amid the daily screens, a dream it seems like, a man perennially preoccupied in both the diurnal and nocturnal storms of times. In the changing hue of life, finds himself somewhere lost, a bay of difference between times bygone and the present day. He didn't have time for himself yesterday, and today, in the chains of time, is he present. Morning was as quick as 2 minutes Maggie. Oh, that mad rush of time. From the city crossing, he is now being shooed back to home. That if life is precious, be home. Post lunch siesta around the wake and an alarm free long sound sleep of the night. Now it hurts, it unsettles, it afflicts. Joints of the body lodge complaints of abounding pains. The young calendar hanging on the wall, growing old, books decked up in the shelf, whirring noise of the ceiling fan, freezing cold of the air conditioner, that old thick wood sofa, and the colorful rosy cushion, this welcoming many-hued upholstery, the black-rimmed rectangular wall clock, it's ticking of the time. They all glare at me with gaping eyes, with a pinch wondrous strangeness. My iron formal shirts hanging over the hangers look at me in quiz, when will you wear us? The books I regularly tucked under my arms, the water bottle once hanging to my right index finger, now lies there on the table, emptied, full of thirst. The doorbell doesn't chime anymore. From the window outside, no scene is affixed to my eyes. All that can be seen is a deserted road, black like coal punctuated with deployment of police personals, intermittent waiting, sirens of the ambulance or the police van, at the fated silence of the earth. The vast blue sky is huddled up to yellow purple sunbeams barging in through the unveiled windows, paint the walls with their melancholic cobwebs. At such harrowing hour, the heart is filled with one single yearning, that a time may come, O Lord, when the traffic of life gears up again. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, it was very wonderful and beautiful. Each and every word I was listening very carefully. Yes. So, may I go further, sir?
Yeah, sure.
So now I would like to call Miss Ilma Anjum, who is from Aligarh Muslim University, and she is an student, namely endings. So I would like to call Miss Ilma. like to call Ms. Ilmanjun. Please go ahead.
Is she there? I cannot see her. And please, when you present your poem, please turn your camera on so that we can see you at least.
If anyone
Yes, sir,
doesn't
go
have the
ahead.
problem, excuse me.
Sorry, Ilma, are you here?
No, I'm Bushra. I'm saying that if other one is not there, so should I present?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, you may proceed.
Okay, is my voice clearly audible?
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to introduce Ms. Bushra. She's related to an institution EOGA, and she is a teacher. A beautiful work, namely "The Sky Knows It All and Why." In English language, she is going to present with us. So please proceed.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. And I'd like to briefly tell everyone that I am a writer myself, and I didn't turn on my camera because I'm a bit camera shy. And these works are being done by myself, and I've been writing for 2 years. So, like, just a second till I can share my screen so that you can see at least my, like the thing which I'm sharing. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, it is visible, ma'am.
Okay, so this is my first poem, namely "The Sky Knows It All." The sky has known it all when I've been down and drowned. It showed me the stars when I was in the dark. The sky has seen it all, even when I've been. Pardon a second, just please. I'm really sorry for that. The sky has.
It's all right, Bushra. No
Oh
problem.
yeah. I'm sorry, I'm having a call from my father. Be back in just a minute, if you
Yes,
people
sure.
don't mind. And I'm really
Jamil
sorry for
sir,
the
shall
interruption.
we go further? Jamil sir, shall we go further?
Yeah.
Hi, I am also back.
Okay. Jamil sir, please take a call. Can we go?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So next we have Miss Shuja Abbas. Are you here, ma'am? Miss Shuja Abbas?
Actually, it's him, not she.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Shuja Abbas, I'm really sorry.
Am I
Okay.
audible?
Yes, you are audible. So Shuja Abbas here with us, and he's from Madras University, and currently he is student. Am I right? And today he is going to present an Urdu work that is Untold Words of a Mother. So please proceed, Mr. Shuja.
So, thank you very much for the introduction. Before I start, I just want to confirm if I am loud and clear.
Yes.
Perfect. So, this poem is all about all those students and those professionals who stay away from their parents, especially from mother, and study abroad or somewhere away from their parents, and the professionals who have to leave their family in the village or city and come out at a place where they got job. So what happens, एक माँ जो है, mother wants to say something to the kid, but she does not says it, but she feels it. So that is what I want to narrate here. So first of all, I have no shame to be called as mama's boy. Okay. So अब एक माँ अपने बेटे से क्या कहना चाहती है? So please. So बेटा कहाँ चला छोड़कर अपनी माँ को इतनी दूर? कैसे जिएगी माँ तेरे जाने के बाद? मारा करती थी इसलिए जा रहा है इतनी दूर, ऐसी नाराजगी कि जा रहा है छोड़कर मेरी गोद. एंड नाउ मॉम सेज कि बेटे सिर्फ माँ से नहीं रहना चाहते हैं. तो वहां पे देखिएगा कि कहते हैं कि बेटे नहीं रह पाते माँ से जुदा होने के बाद. माँ से भी कोई पूछे कितनी तकलीफ होती है औलाद से जुदा हो जाने के बाद. और this particular line is really meaningful, and this A mother only knows how it is important in this one. So माँ रोती है फिर चुप हो जाती है, रो रो कर चुप हो जाती है. माँ रोती है, चुप हो जाती है, रो रो कर चुप हो जाती है, और जब कोई पूछता है तो आंसुओं को पसीने का नाम दे जाती है, ताकि किसी को पता नहीं चले कि उसको बेटे के लिए रो पसीना कह देती है, कोई बात नहीं. नॉट एवरीबडी इज फ्रॉम रिच फैमिली. सो वहां पे माँ क्या कहना चाहती है कि सोचा भी नहीं था तुझे इतनी दूर भेजना, मगर मेरे हालात ने मुझे मजबूर किया. तुमने तो फोन पर रो लिया, लेकिन मैंने जब रोना चाहा तो मेरी ममता ने मजबूर किया, क्योंकि when mama will cry we all will be missing her, so she does not cry because her mamta will stop, motherhood will stops her. Now the best part of this poem is this one, कि a mom is alone at home, but the darkness, though the light is there, but darkness of kid not being beside her. So what she wants to say is, घर का अंधेरा मुझसे ये कहने लगता, घर का अंधेरा मुझसे ये कहने लगता, तेरा उजाला तो गया, अब कौन रोशनी देने आएगा. तब माँ जो है डार्कनेस से क्या कहती है, तब मेरा दिल मुस्कुरा के कहता है कि मेरा सूरज बस डूबा है, अगली सुबह कामयाब होकर वो फिर आएगा. एंड नाउ ये एक माँ ने अपना कह दिया. अब एक बेटा जो घर से दूर रहता है अपनी माँ से, वो अपनी माँ से क्या कहना चाहता है. दिस इज द ब्यूटीफुल पार्ट ऑफ दिस पोएम. ठीक है. माँ मुझे पता हो जाता था दुआ ही तो थी वो तेरी. माँ मुझे पता हो जाता था दुआ ही तो थी वो तेरी, हर रात आ जाती थी खैरियत पूछने मेरी. भूखा भी रहता था चाहे रहता था बीमार, लेकिन तेरी दुआओं की खुशबू पाके बड़े आराम से सो जाता था. और लास्ट है, आई हैड लॉट टू राइट बट आई एम शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम, तो वहां पे मैं लास्ट कहना चाहता हूँ, और काश शुजा इस नज्म को मुकम्मल कर पाता, अफसोस कि माँ का दिल कोई चंद शब्दों में नहीं बता पाता. दैट इज ऑल आई हैव. थैंक यू.
So the untold love of mother and son, beautifully narrated by you, and more than beautifully narrated, it was written. It was very great. So, Jamil sir, shall we go further?
This was written by me. I have written it.
So, seriously,
Really appreciate that.
it's a
Shreya.
great
You have
and
written a beautiful poem on mother.
clap, virtual clap for you, and a clap for really, in reality, from my side, because recently, right now, I am living far away from my mother.
Exactly.
Okay, so
And,
I have to control myself.
actually,
And
on mothers, there is one poet who has written wonderful things. There's a poet. He's a living poet, and may he live long. Manawar Rana Sahab, which who has beautifully said in one of his, couplet, which is, wonderful. And I always share this with people that देख अंधेरे तेरा मुंह काला हो गया, माँ ने आंखें खोली और उजाला हो गया. So
right.
yeah, so words are not enough to talk about mother and motherhood. Anyway, so thank you so much, Shreya Abbas, for this beautiful poem.
Yeah.
And now we will move forward to our next
Exactly.
presenter.
So the next presenter with us is Mr. Muhammad Hussein from Jamia Milia Islamia, and he is a student. Today he is going to present Mujhe Acha Na Lagta in Urdu language. So I would like to call Mr. Muhammad Hussein. Please go ahead. Muhammad Hussein, are you with us? Am I audible to you? I think Mr. Muhammad Hussein is not with us.
We can get back to him later on. So we can move on to the
So-
next presenter.
Yeah, sure. The next one is Miss Swasti Desai. If I'm not wrong, so Miss Swasti Desai, she is from the EFL University, Shillong, and she is going to present an English work which is namely Home. So I would like to call Miss Swasti Desai. Are you here with us? If you are here, please go ahead.
I'm afraid I cannot see her.
Oh, most of
Yeah, so we
the
can go
people
with,
are
there is one presenter I can see on the screen, Pallavi Singh.
yeah.
Yeah, so Pallavi, if you're there, just turn your camera on and we would love to hear you. Finally.
Miss Pallavi Singh is
Am I
from,
clear?
yeah.
Am I clear?
Yes, you are clear, Miss Pallavi.
So, title of my poem is Wake Up. As Albert Einstein quoted, not judge a fish by ability to climb a tree as it swims with glee. Modern day schooling today does the same. In a class of 40, a teacher tries to fit all in a single frame, massacring creativity, individuality, and innovation. Still, no soon and trial is done at making benzene rings of organic chemistry, cramming facts and figures of contemporary history. A student failing endlessly is in misery, cause of it is an unveiled mystery. Yet, paper decides to test. He seeks to quest after the truths of cosmos. Students today should be educated about skills that are tangible, enhancing creation of something original, but are rather taught Archimedes' principle. It's like capturing a canary in a cage, compelling her to fly when the cage is not opened. These students have been thrown into a pool, are told to swim with no training and tool. As they fail to swim, telling them it's their fault they can't reach the brim. We are in a system that's hollow, and the kids have to forcefully follow. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful, Pallavi. It was a wonderful presentation, narrating the reality of the present time. One more thing I would like to add about her, she's my student, and I would request you all to wish her all the best for her future
That's
endeavor.
great.
Yeah, so we can go
All
ahead.
the very best, Miss Pallavi. Sir, I would like to say one thing, sir. It was looking like that I am just revising all the science in one poem, and it was completely a taunt to all the scientists who have invented a lot of things. Yeah, it was great to hear.
Indeed,
Thank
indeed.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I would like to call next Miss Sadia Sayed, uh, who is from Umran and a housewife, and she wants to present with us Ekla Chalore, which is in English language. So if you are here, Miss Sadia Sayed, ma'am,
Yeah,
please go
good
ahead.
evening. Good evening.
Good
Am I
evening.
audible?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be presenting Ekla Chalore, written by Rabindranath Tagore ji. Okay. So, if they answer not to your call, walk alone. If they are afraid and cower mutely, facing the wall, O thou unlucky one, open your mind and speak out alone. If they turn away and desert you when crossing the wilderness, O thou unlucky one, trample the thorns under thy tread, and alone along the bloodline track, travel alone. If they shut doors and do not hold up the light, when the night is troubled with storm, O thou unlucky one, with the thunder flame of pain, ignite your own heart and let it burn alone. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for this
It
beautiful
it
word.
doesn't need an introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Please, sorry. Please go ahead. I think so.
All right. So who is the next presenter?
So now we have with us Mr. Atiur Rahman. Atiur Rahman, who is a student and related to Umran Green School from Turkish language. And he's going to present with us One It Was You, Two I Wish in English language. So are you with us, Mr. Atiur Rahman? Please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. So I want to present the second one, I will. Before presenting my poetry, I want to recite the last stanza of the Robert Frost that I a lot motivated from that. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. So what I wrote, the poetry, the title of my poetry is I Wish, and I want to dedicate it the unknown person with whom I had, good days. It was the, very good experience with her. So yeah, we start. I wish I could accompany you when you get betrayal, when you see the days, dark night, when all leave you alone, as the travel to learn as the rising star. I wish you could find your beloved for whom you often become emotional, for whom you still are awaited, for whom you quarrel in your prayer. I wish that wishes you a happy life to live, a complete home to accommodate, a caring and loving partner to reach the destination with. I wish and wish. So I so you become a wish that I don't know whether these lines are, have any came into my mind that I put on my, diary. And I started to write, and I'm learning to write, how to write the poetry. Thank you so much.
It was very beautiful.
Yes.
Mr. Thirama, it was very beautiful. We really appreciate you for this.
Thank you so much.
Shall we go further, Jamil sir?
Yes, yes, sure.
Yeah, so our next contestant is Mr. Wahaj Ahmad. He is related to, he belongs to, you can say, from Jamia Milia to Jamia Milia Islamia, and he is in intermediate class. And he's about to, about to present in Arabic language, that is freedom. So if you are here with us, please go ahead. We would love to hear you.
Yes, I am presenting a poem written by Sayyid Qutb, a Islamic scholar and author of many books, and he's Egyptian. So I'm presenting. It's little bit long. So, أخي أنت حر وراء السجود، أخي أنت حر بتلك القيود، إذا كنت بالله مستعصما فماذا يديرك كيد العبيد، فماذا يديرك كيد العبيد. أخي ستبيد جيوش الظلام ويشرق في الكون فجر جديد، فأطلق لروحك إشراقها، ترى الفجر يرمقنا من بعيد، ترى الفجر يرمقنا من بعيد. أخي قد صرت من يديك الدماء، أبت أن تشلى بقيد الإماء، سترفع قربانها للسماء مخاطبة بوسام الخلود، مخاطبة بوسام الخلود. أخي هل تراك سئمت الكفاح وألقيت عنك إليك السلاح، فمن للضحايا يواسي الجراح ويرفع راياتها من جديد، ويرفع راياتها من جديد. أخي إنني اليوم سلب الميراث أدق صخور الجبال الرواسي غدا سأشيه بفأس الخلاس رؤوس الأفاعي إلى أن تبيد رؤوس الأفاعي إلى أن تبيد سأسأل لكن لرب ودين وأمزل وإما إلى النسر فوق الأنام وإما إلى الله في الخالدين كفاح ولا أنا ألقيت أني سلاح وإن أنا مت فإني شهيد أوقد لهم من رفات الشموع وسيروا بها نحو مجد تليد أخي إن مت نلقى أحبابنا فروزات ربي أعدت لنا فروزات ربي أعدت لنا وأطيارها رفرفت حولنا فتوبى لنا في ديار الخلود أخي أنت حر وراء السدود أخي أنت حر بتلك القيود إذا it's the moral of the story. Oh my brother, you are free and you will born to be free. It's the main.
It was really beautiful. Jamil sir, I would like to share the one thing with everyone. I'm from North India, so usually I speak and understand English and Hindi, and more or less Urdu as well.
Your voice is breaking up, I mean. Once you turn off the camera and then you speak.
But sometimes I used to listen. It was beautiful.
You're not audible, I mean.
Miss Sujata Chakrabarti, she is pursuing is back. Hello, Jamil sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
And she's pursuing Master of Arts, and she's a student, and so the title name is in Bengali, so I would like to call her. Please go ahead. Ms. Sujata Chakrabarti, are you with us?
I cannot see her. There is no sign of.
I think she is not.
We can move on to the next presenter.
Sure, sir. So next we have Urmia Mirza, Mr. Yeah, Urmia Mirza. She is from Aligarh Muslim University, and she is about to present with us a poetry, a work named Mother in English language. So if you are with us, please go ahead, Ms. Urmia Mirza. Hello, Urmia, are you with us?
Can we move on to the next presenter? I think she is not here.
Sure. It's okay. It's Mr. Muhammad Basharatullah. He is from
Yes,
Jamia
sir.
Milia Islamia. Yep. Hello, and he is a student. And today he's about to present, I think, two works: Calcutta, Ek Mahanagar, and the next one is in Bengali. So please go ahead. We would love to hear you, Mr. Muhammad Basharatullah.
Okay, sir. First of all, thank you so much for introducing me. And, my name is Muhammad Bashar. I'm audible. Okay,
Yes, you're
okay.
audible
Yeah.
now.
For English language, and my facilitator is Zainab Fatima, ma'am. Okay, I think sir is very thankful to the Rajiv sir and all the speakers of Umran Green School. And, मैं एक कविता साझा करने जा रहा हूँ जो कि मुझे मेरे बचपन की याद दिलाती है। कविता का नाम है कलकत्ता एक महानगर। कलकत्ता एक महानगर है, तारा मंडल जादूगर है, चिड़िया खाना शान है इसकी, हावड़ा पुल पहचान है इसकी, जामा मस्जिद इसकी आली।
Yes, sure.
I'm sorry, I'm not in a place that I can turn on. Yeah, so my when sorry, Nirbhaya can't, and at that time I used to be in college. So I was really affected by all that we saw in the news, and so I wrote this. So the poem goes like, मातृत्व की गोद से जन्मी एक नन्ही परी, नूर के जिसके चमकी यह बगिया हरी भरी, पापा की कहलाती है ये गुड़िया, प्यार में भी कहते हैं जिसको आफत की पुड़िया, माँ के आंचल में छुपाकर, हर बुरी नजर से बचाकर, बड़े नाजों से करते हैं उसे बड़ा, पर सहम जाता है अक्स पिता का, देख चौराहे पर एक शिकारी खड़ा, बेटी का यौवन जब लेता है अंगड़ाई, तब उसकी महक खींच भंवरों को लाई, फिर पिता को यह चिंता सताई, कहीं मुरझा ना जाए मेरी परछाई, लाचारी का ओढ़े चोगा, वात्सल्य मजबूरी में बन जाता है दरोगा, क्योंकि कहते हैं जिसे शक्ति का दूसरा नाम, उतरती है आबरू यूं ही उसकी सरेआम, सहनशीलता को बताकर नारी की पहचान, करते हैं उसकी अस्मिता का हम अपमान, आदर न करके उसकी गरिमा की बनते हैं ये पुरुष प्रधान, क्या यही है एक नारी की पहचान? Yeah, that's what it. That's what that was it.
Beautifully written, Anjali. I really appreciate you for this work.
We have next contestant, Mr. Mubashir, who is related to an institution, NMIMS, and he is an entrepreneur. Today he's going to present Ye Azad Jahan Tera Bhi with us in Urdu language. So if you are with us, Mr. Mubashir, please go ahead.
I think he's not here. You can go to the next presenter. I'll see where he is.
Yeah, sure. Next we have Insha Shavi. She is from Umran, a student, and today she is going to present a very beautiful work in English language, that is It's Okay. So if you are here with us, Insha Shavi, please.
time initial struggle life to achieve their dream. It's okay to grow. It's okay to shy. It's okay to feel I am dull. No one knows what's going in my skull. We'll change the perspective for sure. Let's wait for the past pain to be cured.
memorizing the old days. Here I go. वो जो हम में तुम में करार याद हो कि न याद हो, वो जो हम में तुम में करार था, तुम्हें याद हो कि न याद हो, वही यानी वादा निबाह का, तुम्हें याद हो कि न याद हो, वो जो लुत्फ मुझ पे थे पेशतर, वो करम के था मेरे हाल पर, वो जो लुत्फ मुझ पे थे पेशतर, वो करम के था मेरे हाल पर, मुझे सब है याद ज़रा ज़रा, तुम्हें याद हो कि न याद हो, वो नए गीले वो शिकायतें, वो मज़े मज़े की हिकायतें, वो नए गीले वो शिकायतें, वो मज़े मज़े की हिकायतें, वो हर एक बात पे रूठना, तुम्हें याद हो कि न याद हो, कोई बात ऐसी अगर हुई कि तुम्हारे जी को बुरी लगी, कोई बात ऐसी अगर हुई कि तुम्हारे जी को बुरी लगी, तो बयान से पहले ही भूलना, तुम्हें याद हो कि न याद हो, जिसे आप गिनते थे आशना, जिसे आप कहते थे बावफा, जिसे आप गिनते थे आशना, जिसे आप कहते थे बावफा, मैं वही हूँ मोमिने मुब्तला, तुम्हें याद हो कि न याद हो, वो जो हम में तुम में करार था, तुम्हें याद हो कि न याद हो. Thank you.
Sort of appreciation, and we call it wah wah in the chats. Yeah, everyone is appreciating. I want to present a work in Urdu language that is related to love. So if you are here with us, Miss Nazia, please go ahead. Miss Nazia, are you with us? Am I audible to everyone?
She's not there.
Okay, so it's okay. So let's move further. Mr. Dilshad Ahmad, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, so Dilshad Ahmad is from Umran Green School. He's a student, and he wants to present with us a work in Urdu language. So I would like to call Mr. Dilshad. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. अभी शोएब मिस्टर शोएब ने अभी गज़ल के बारे में बताया था कि गज़ल किसको कहते हैं. मैं कहना चाहूँगा गज़ल के बारे में कि गज़ल किसको कहते हैं. यार से प्यार की बातों को गज़ल कहते हैं, यार से प्यार की बातों को गज़ल पेश करना चाहता हूँ, उसको शुरू करता हूँ. जिस गज़ल का मैंने दास दहलवी साहब की है, जिसका मतला है तुम्हारे खत में नया एक सलाम किसका था, तुम्हारे खत में नया एक सलाम किसका था. हर किसी से मुझे पूछते हैं ये काम किसने किया है, ये काम किसका था. वफा करेंगे निभाएंगे बात मानेंगे, तुम्हें भी याद है कुछ ये कलाम किसका था, रहा न दिल में वो बेदर्द और दर्द रहा, रहा न दिल में वो बेदर्द और दर्द रहा, मुकीम कौन हुआ है, मकाम किसका था। शायर ने शेर में ये कहना चाहा है कि दिल में जो मकाम था वो महबूबा का था, लेकिन दिल में जगह किसको मिली, वो दर्द को मिली है, महबूबा की जगह दर्द ने ले ली। अगला शेर है, न पूछ गछ थी किसी की वहाँ न आओ भगत, न पूछ गछ थी किसी की वहाँ न आओ भगत, तुम्हारी बज़्म में कल एहतमाम किसका था, तमाम बज़्म जिसे सुन के रह गई मुश्ताक, तमाम बज़्म जिसे सुन के रह गई मुश्ताक, कहो वो तज़किराए ना तमाम किसका था। हमारे खत के तो पुर्जे किए पढ़ा भी नहीं, हमारे खत के तो पुर्जे किए पढ़ा भी नहीं, सुना तूने, सुना जो तूने बदिल वो पयाम किसका था। यानी हमने जो खत लिखा था महबूबा को, वो तो फाड़ दिया तुमने, फाड़ के फेंक दिया, उसको आपने पढ़ा भी नहीं, लेकिन किसी और ने जो खत लिखा है उसको आपने दिल से एकदम सुना है, वो पयाम किसका था। उठाई क्यों ना कयामत आदू के कूचे में, उठाई क्यों ना कयामत आदू के कूचे में, लिहाज आपको वक्ते सराम किसका था, लिहाज आपको वक्ते सराम किसका था। गुजर गया वो जमाना कहूँ तो किससे कहूँ, गुजर गया था, हमें तो हजरत वाइस की जिद ने पिलवाई, हमें तो हजरत वाइस की जिद ने पिलवाई, यहाँ इरादाए शरबे मुदाम किसका था, यहाँ इरादाए शरबे मुदाम किसका था। अगरचे देखने वाले तेरे हजारों थे, अगरचे देखने वाले तेरे हजारों थे, तबाह हाल बहुत जेरे बाम किसका था। वो कौन था कि तुम्हें जिसने बेवफा जाना, वो कौन था कि तुम्हें जिसने बेवफा जाना, ख्याल खाम ये सौदाए खाम किसका था। इन्हीं सिफात से होता है आदमी मशहूर, इन्हीं सिफात से होता है आदमी मशहूर, जो लुत्फ आम वो करते ये नाम किसका था। इस गजल का आखिरी मक्ता है, यानी मक्ता है जो गजल का आखिरी शेर होता है, गजल में उसको मक्ता बोलते हैं। तो सुनिए इसको। हर एक से कहते हैं क्या दाग बेवफा निकला, हर एक से कहते हैं क्या दाग बेवफा निकला, ये पूछे उनसे कोई वो गुलाम किसका था। यानी महबूबा से जाके पूछे कि वो गुलाम किसका था, वो गुलाम आपका ही था, वो बेवफा नहीं था।
भाई एक बार और मुकर्रर भाई ये मक्ता
हर एक से कहते हैं, हर एक से कहते हैं क्या दाग बेवफा निकला, हर एक से कहते हैं क्या दाग बेवफा निकला, ये पूछे उनसे कोई वो गुलाम किसका था। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सबका इतनी
बहुत खूब,
से नवाज।
बहुत खूब मिस्टर दिलशाद। Jamil sir, do you have any words for him? It was marvelous from my side.
I'm very much thankful to Dilshad Ahmad for picking this beautiful piece of poetry and adding more beauty to the evening session. And it was wonderful. Thank you so much, Dilshad. बहुत बेहतरीन गजल सुनाई आपने। और जैसा कि और सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि मतलब आप वो हर मिसरे के बाद उसकी जो तशरीह कर रहे थे, उसको सिंप्लीफाई कर रहे थे, दैट वाज एडिंग मोर ब्यूटी टू द ओवरऑल रेसिटेशन। सो वंडरफुल जॉब।
So it was
Thank
like
you, sir.
I was thinking कि मैं मुशायरे में बैठा हूँ, like in मुशायरा।
Exactly.
So the next person with us is Miss Pushra. Miss Pushra, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, she's here.
So, yeah. So please go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to apologize to the audience as I had some glitch earlier in my dissertation.
All right.
So now I'd like to continue.
All right.
So I shall begin from the starting again. The sky knows it all. Told me the stars when I was in the dark. The sky has seen it all. Even when I've been sobbing without sound, the sky has heard it all. My never ending list of complaints through the spectacles of times unfair. It has seen me blossom with faith and then wither due to fate. The sky was adamant towards all my decisions, supporting my back through the stages of failures. The moon in the sky always accompanied me, at times full, half, or barely to be seen. The words I uttered in silence, the times testing my vigilance. How could I let them fool me, while the sky foolproof me? Dumb was I, and the trickster was he. Soon the earth seemed to strike, knocking me out of my sanity. My boundaries fell vigorously. I came on the untraveled path, entwined hands in the dark. My loneliness made me cold, and now they exclaim it is dawn.
Beautiful.
So this was my first poem.
Very beautiful, Mr.
I
Salah.
hope everyone understood the poem nice and clear.
Yeah, it was very
Yes, it
beautiful.
was clear and easy to
So,
understand.
Thank you.
yeah,
All right, so can we go to our next presenter?
very easy to understand it. Very beautifully written, actually.
Yeah.
She want to present us an Urdu work by Ahmad Faraz. So, if you are with us, Saima, please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
Ahmad Faraz, goodness. All right.
I
Good
haven't never
evening.
written any poetry before, but chosen a poetry of Ahmed Fraz.
Go ahead, Saima.
तो भर के देखते हैं, सुना है लोग उसे आंख भर के देखते हैं, सो उसके शहर में कुछ दिन ठहर के देखते हैं, सुना है रब्त है उसको खराब हालों से, सो अपने आप को बर्बाद करके देखते हैं, सुना है दर्द की गाहक है चश्मे नाज उसकी, सुना है दर्द की गाहक है चश्मे नाज उसकी, सो हम भी उसकी गली से गुजर के देखते हैं, सुना है उसको भी है शेरो शायरी से शगफ, सुना है उसको भी है शेरो शायरी से शगफ, सो हम भी मोजिजे अपने हुनर के देखते हैं, सुना है बोले तो बातों से फूल झड़ते हैं, सुना है बोले तो बातों से फूल झड़ते हैं, ये बात है तो चलो बात करके देखते हैं, सुना है रात उसे चांद तकता रहता है, सुना है रात उसे चांद तकता रहता है, सितारे बामे फलक से उतर के देखते हैं, सुना है दिन को उसे तितलियां सताती हैं, सुना है दिन को उसे तितलियां सताती हैं, सुना है रात को जुगनू ठहर के देखते हैं, सुना है हश्र में उसकी गज़ाल देखते हैं, सुना है उसके लबों से गुलाब जलते हैं, सो हम बाहर पे इल्जाम भर के देखते हैं, सुना है आईना तिमसाल है ज़मीं उसकी, सुना है आईना तिमसाल है ज़मीं उसकी, सो सादा दिल है उसे बनसवर के देखते हैं, सुना है उसके बदन की तराश ऐसी है, सुना है उसकी कतर के देखते हैं, मगर बेगुले मुराद नहीं, वो सर्वकद है मगर बेगुले मुराद नहीं, कि उस शजर पे शगुफ़े समर के देखते हैं, बस इस निगाह से लुटता है काफिला दिल का, बस एक निगाह से लुटता है काफिला दिल का, सो रह रवान तमन्ना भी डरशें उसका तवाफ करती हैं, रुके तो गर्दिशें उसका तवाफ करती हैं, चले तो उसको जमाना ठहर के देखते हैं, किसी नसीब की बेपरहन उसे देखे, किसी नसीब के बेपरहन उसे देखें, कभी कभी दरो दीवार घर के देखते हैं। कहानियां ही सही, सब मुबालगे ही सही, कहानियां ही सही, सब मुबालगे ही सही, अगर वो ख्वाब है ताबीर करके देखते हैं। अब उसके शहर में ठहरें कि कूच कर जाएं, अब उसके शहर में ठहरें कि कूच कर जाएं, फराज आओ सितारे सफर के देखते हैं।
Very beautiful.
Wonderful,
For
wonderful. I was just
yes.
wondering, like
So
in the
now
evening,
next,
मैं शाम में यही सोच रहा था कि शायद कोई हो इस महफिल में जो अहमद फराज की शायरी प्रेजेंट करे, and thankfully Saima did it. So thank you so much. It was wonderful. This is one of the most famous.
Really, it was wonderful.
Yes. और इसमें मुझे कुछ शेर याद आ रहा है अहमद फराज के, because she is inspiring me to recite some of his lines. So one of few of my most favorite
Yes,
couplets.
sir.
तो अहमद फराज का ये बड़ा ही इंपॉर्टेंट शेर ये है कि ये वफा तो उन दिनों की बात है फराज, ये वफा तो उन दिनों की बात है फराज, जब मकान कच्ची और लोग सच्चे हुआ करते थे. So this is one of my favorite of his, and the other two are वो हर रोज डूबते हुए सूरज को देखती है फराज, वो हर रोज डूबते हुए सूरज को देखती है फराज, काश मैं भी किसी शाम का मंजर होता. And the last one,
क्या बात है,
वाह वाह,
the last was
बहुत खूब सर, बहुत खूब.
which is very favorite of mine, and that is दिल करता है तेरे सीने में उतर के देख लूं फराज, दिल करता है तेरे सीने में उतर के देख लूं फराज, उधर कौन बसा है जो मुझे बसने नहीं देता.
क्या बात है.
एक बार और सर, मुकर्रर सर, मुकर्रर.
क्या पोएट्री का
दिल करता है तेरे सीने में
डाल दिया सर आप.
देख लूं फराज, दिल करता है तेरे सीने में उतर के देख लूं फराज, उधर कौन बसा है जो मुझे बसने नहीं देता. All right, so having said this, we can move on to our next presenter of the day. Is it audible? Am I audible to everyone? Hello, hello, is this audible?
बढ़ते हुए शायर हैं, उनकी शायरी काफी पसंद की जा रही है, तो मैं उन्हीं का शेर पढ़ना चाहूंगा.
Amin, do we have any other presenter left now?
ये गजल खुदा और मोहब्बत एक सीरियल आई थी, सीजन, तो उसमें भी ये यूज हुआ है और बहुत.
Hello, Jamil.
Yes,
Hello,
yes.
Jamil sir.
My internet connection is little poor,
Yeah.
so
A person with the
you can go ahead.
in a minute, and he will end the meeting. If anyone wants to share his or her experience, so you may proceed.
Hello, Amin, sir.
Yes.
मैंने आपको मैसेज किया था, वो तरन्नुम के साथ इजाजत हो तो मैं कुछ सुना दूं।
Yeah, I have asked to Jamil.
Yes, please, Zubair, you can go ahead. No problem.
You can ask him in front of you.
ओके, थैंक यू।
बिल्कुल भाई।
नासिर काज़मी साहब की गजल पढ़ने जा रहा हूँ। दिल में एक लहर सी, दिल में एक लहर सी उठी है अभी, कोई ताजा हवा चली है अभी, दिल है अभी, तो मिजाज मिजाज है हम बेली, शोयवार सी गिरी है अभी, दिल में एक लहर सी उठी है अभी। और मक्ता मैं पढ़ने जा रहा हूँ, जिसमें ये बहुत ही अच्छे मोटिवेशनल शेर है। अगर कोई परेशान हाल हो तो इस शेर को पढ़ ले तो ज़रूर मुझे लगता है उससे राहत मिलेगी। वक्त अच्छा भी आएगा नासिर, वक्त अच्छा भी आएगा नासिर, गम ना कर जिंदगी पड़ी है अभी, गम ना कर जिंदगी पड़ी है अभी, दिल में एक लहर सी उठी है अभी, कोई ताजा हवा चली है अभी, दिल में एक लहर सी उठी है अभी। शुक्रिया।
माशाल्लाह,
वाह भाई, बहुत
बेहद
खूब।
खूबसूरत, was great.
हाथ
So
छुपे हुए थे मतलब।
I would like to call Mr. Jamil sir to call it a day for today's meeting.
All right. So,
सर
have we left?
अगर इजाजत हो तो एक गजल।
Actually, we are running short
Hello,
of time, and the session has got quite longer.
Yeah.
Yes, Dilshad. What do you have a presentation?
आपके जो पसंदीदा शायर हैं सर अहमद फराज, उनकी एक गजल और सुनाने चाह रहे हैं।
Okay, so just
अगर
in
इजाजत
a
हो तो।
minute, just do it quickly in a minute, so so that we can
हाँ, it
wind
is
up the
last.
session.
Yes.
Yes, sir. इंशाल्लाह।
It is very
अहमद फराज की एक गजल है जिसका मतलब है, रंजिश ही सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए आ, रंजिश ही सही दिल ही दुखाने के लिए आ फिर से मुझे छोड़ के जाने के लिए आ, कुछ तो मेरे पिंदार मोहब्बत का भरम रख, कुछ तो मेरे पिंदार मोहब्बत का भरम रख, तू भी तो कभी मुझको मनाने के लिए आ। पहले पहले मरासिम न सही, फिर कभी तो फिर भी कभी तो रस्म रहे दुनिया ही निभाने के लिए इस बयान क्या किस किस को बताएंगे जुदाई का सबब हम, तू मुझसे खफा है तो जमाने के लिए आ। एक उम्र से हूँ लज्जत गिरिया से भी महरूम, एक उम्र से हूँ लज्जत गिरिया से भी महरूम, ए राहत जां मुझको रुलाने के लिए आ, ए राहत जां मुझको रुलाने के लिए आ। इस गजल का मक्ता है, अब तक दिले खुश फहम को तुझसे हैं उम्मीदें, अब तक दिले खुश फहम को तुझसे हैं उम्मीदें, ये आखिरी शम्ए भी बुझाने के लिए आ। शुक्रिया सर।
All right. So thank you so much, Dishad, once again for this beautiful ghazal by Ahmad Faraz. All right. So I believe no other presenter is left for the day, right? I mean.
Yes, sir. No one is left, but people were absent.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fine. So before we end up, so like before I conclude, I must congratulate all the presenters for their beautiful presentation. And am I audible to everyone? Is it audible? My internet connection is getting poor. Yeah, is it audible? Can you hear me? I mean, is it audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes, sir. We are listening.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, you
All
are.
right. Great. All right. So
Facing a very poor connection. Yeah.
all right. So is it audible?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Is it audible? I mean, is it audible?
Yes, you are audible.
All right. So I am really sorry
Yes,
for
sir. Yes,
poor
sir.
internet connection. The bandwidth is very low today, and I've been consistently facing problem. Anyway, so getting back to where I was. So thank you so much, everyone, for this beautiful presentation, ghazals, poems in different languages, in Urdu, in Arabic, in English. It was really wonderful, and so thank you so much, everyone. But before we conclude, since it's a virtual session, so I thought I should wind up with one poem of mine because I'm really feeling motivated by some of the people who presented beautiful poems. So it's a short poem, and the title of the poem is A Virtual Date. All right. So if you heard the title right, just raise your hand once, so that I will just get to know that you have heard the title. So the title of the poem is A Virtual Date. All right. Just raise your hand once. Yeah, great. It's a very short poem. So the title is A Virtual Date, and the poem begins with a line. I wrote this poem last year. I was on a foreign trip, so I wrote this. And the poem begins with a line of a long distance relationship. Countless days of autumn with very long winter, and there it stands, a failed astrophil. He plans and mulls over and over to overcome the spatial distance, being geographically distant yet very. And thus he plans a virtual date on a Saturday evening. The blue stripes polo hanging long in the closet has its day. She picks up the black sari, pinched with metallic gold flowers in the hem. She orders on Zomato, he orders on mailbox. Conversation begins with a hi. She says, "Oh, don't be shy." Doorbell ring and the parcel received. His guess was right. It was pizza, yellow and bright. The way she munches in no agony brings in a succulent symphony. Thank you so much. So that was the virtual date. So with this, we will conclude the evening. And once again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining the session. And so the presenters who have presented the poems today, the poetry, they will be given the certificate. So we will deliver the certificate on the given email ID very soon. And just stay tuned with us on every Tuesday evening. We come up with something new. And we will just keep notifying you about our upcoming presentations on the coming Tuesday. And stay well. Take care of yourself, everyone. Thank you so much. Good night and take care.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you, everyone, for joining with us.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Poetry should be